They lay it off. A shot goes wide from the foot of Anatoly Damianenko. On the left wing, it's the Soviets again in front. Number 9, Zavarov. His shot blocked at the defense. And clearing it up, Gene Wilrich. He's got a 3-on-1. Right side, Kevin Crow. In front, he's got Coker. And the shot kicked away by Viktor Chanov.
San Diego just ripping apart this team defensively, coming out with a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1 break. Unfortunately, not able to make that last pass and connect, finish it off.
Back on defense, Oleg Kuznetsov, one of those national team players on this Soviet squad. 6 of them are here in San Diego. The team you see in Mexico City next summer were well represented here tonight. Off the boards from the foot of Anatoly Damianenko. Long release from Gorsic to Adi Coker. In front, man open. Behind the defense is Jacques Ladouceur. They couldn't get it to him, and Schmetzer back in the corner for Coker. He was obstructed off the ball, but they say play on as the defensive play was made by Dynamo Kiev's number 4, Oleg Kuznetsov. Back the other way, Kevin Crow for Kaz Dana. The magic one, they call him, because of his ball skills. Nice release for Schmetzer down the left side. In front, and again Kuznetsov for the defensive play. Zavarov in the right wing boards. Knocked off the ball there by George Katakalidis. Number 5 for the Soviets, Anatoly Damianenko. Straight ahead. Ooh, a heavy collision there. Ball up over 3 lines from Katakalidis as he took Igor Belanov off the ball hard.
It'll be interesting to see how the Dynamo Kiev team reacts to a couple of hard tackles by San Diego. That last one by Katakalidis, a very tough tackle. We'll see how Dynamo Kiev reacts to it.
Out on top, Andre Ball, number 8, spelled B-A-L, the shortest name on the Soviet squad. Taken away momentarily by Ladouceur, and down to the keeper, who gives it left side.
They have so many good, technically brilliant players on the field. It's a question of getting acclimated to this indoor game, which should take them the first quarter to do.
Kevin Crow intercepting, gets it back from Kaz Dana. He's got Crow ahead of him, top of the circle, taken away there by Damianenko. On the right wing boards, it's Igor Belanov cutting it into the top of the slot. Katakalidis runs him off it and makes the defensive play for San Diego. Nicely done. Ryan Quinn had an easy pass to Julie V and missed him with it. Andre Ball on defense for Dynamo Kiev, taken away by Dana. Here's Brian Quinn, 2-on-1 with V. Left side, here's Quinn in the middle, and that defensive play knocked away from the top of the circle. Here's Clavijo, kick save by Viktor Chanov. And Shep Messing predicted before the game, we'll probably see the Soviet goalkeepers give up a couple of unnecessary goals, but we'll see them make some unbelievable kick saves. Here's Julie V. Brian Quinn. Look out, Katakalidis. Ball loose in the corner. Soviets have it. Vasily Rats with it there, clearing it up for Andre Ball.
Once again, Bob, San Diego all over the place offensively. Perhaps the importance of this match, they're trying to make the extra pass for the perfect goal.
Long, harmless shot from the foot of Vasily Rats after a pass from Alexander Zavarov. And an easy save for Jim Gorsic. And the Soviets are taking some shots from out far so far. And they're going to find out pretty quickly that doesn't pay off in indoor soccer. Cha-Cha Namdar ahead for Jungle. Taken away. Here's a steal in front. Namdar right side. Wilrich. Oh, hit the crossbar. Wilrich whistled one off the underside of the bar. Namdar for Gene Wilrich. 1-2. Jungle in front. And it's knocked away at the last moment. Controlling and clearing Vadim Yevtushenko. Wilrich gets it back. Now it's cleared out of there by Sergei Baltacha.
And great opportunities, not converted.
Here's Vasily Rats shooting from 30 feet away. In front of that one was Wad Hermes. In the corner, easy pickings for Jim Gorsic. We are 8.5 minutes into the game so far and scoreless. There's the Soviet coach. That is Valery Lobanovsky. He's been running this ball club since 1974. 6 national titles and 3 times runners-up, 4 USSR FA Cups in that time. What an impressive record this club has.
And a coach, a former forward for this same Dynamo Kiev team. And just an outstanding dynasty in the Soviet Union.
Well, the head coach and all the assistant coaches used to play for this team. Into the penalty box it goes. Off the foot there of Sergei Baltasha, number 3. It'll be a kick in, and we'll have an official's timeout with 5:55 remaining in the first quarter of play. We are scoreless from San Diego. It's the Soccer Summit, Dynamo Kiev and the Sockers.
Now, the home gym that treats your body to a 9-station workout. Trim Track. Durable, no-nonsense construction. Yet Trim Track can be yours on this special TV offer for just $39.95. It's a rowing machine. Perfect exercise for flattening the tummy. And you'll love quality touches like the padded seat and smooth as silk track action. The padded footlock is perfect for sit-ups. Gives you a trim, tight waistline. Hop on your knees for arm curls. Does miracles for arms and neck and chin. Trim Track. It's the fast track to the slender, younger figure you've been dreaming of. Just $39.95. Have your credit card ready and call now. Here's how to order.
To order your Trim Track, call toll-free 1-800-544-1000 or send $39.95 plus $5 for shipping and handling to Trim Track. P.O. Box 121, Plainville, Connecticut 06062.
Welcome back to the San Diego Sports Arena, where Gene Wilrich almost gave the Sockers a 1-0 lead moments ago.
Well, a great opportunity created by Wilrich. Took his time, got Chanov, the Dynamo Kiev goalkeeper, to commit himself down, and then cracked it off the top of the post.
Pretty good number of shots so far. We are 9:05 in. San Diego with the kick in. Brian Schmetzer fighting off a man. Number 7, Ivan Yaremchuk. And back on defense, San Diego gets it for Jim Gorsuch. Brian Schmetzer, young man out of Seattle. Long ball left wing, taken away by the Soviets in front of Brian Quinn. And back to the goalkeeper, Viktor Chanov. 6 foot, 167. He's 26 years old, been with this ball club since '81. And has played 138 league matches in that time. Number 7 is Ivan Yaremchuk on the right side. Taken away there by Schmetzer. Brian Quinn up the boards for him. Well, what do you think so far?
Well, Bob, San Diego dominating the first quarter. There's no doubt that this Dynamo Kiev team trying to get acclimated. And for them, they can be thankful there are no goals on the scoreboard as of yet.
Branko Segota, after a nice feed by Jungle. Segota was held on the play by Dynamo Kiev's number 9, Alexander Zavarov. It'll be a free kick for San Diego. That's the first foul on the Soviets. Branko Segota, what a young talent he is. In front, running onto it was Kevin Crow. And the block upstairs off the foot of Oleg Kuznetsov, number 4. And a San Diego corner kick on the left wing. Kuznetsov is 22 years old, one of the younger players on this club who's been with him for 2 years. Has made some appearances with the national team. Jungle in front. They decoy it for Segota. Kevin Crow back on top for Brian Schmetzer. San Diego will refire on the attack. Man open right corner. Segota, they found him. He fakes, shoots. Oh, and he just hit it wide. And great vision by Brian Schmetzer to see him open. That ball is up over 3 lines off the foot of Ivan Yaremchuk, and will be a free kick for San Diego. Quick restart left side for Jungle.
But again, the opportunities being created. Branko Segota first turning, cracking it with his left foot. Problem for San Diego, converting, finishing it off. But they're dominating the game up until this point.
Kuznetsov, right side for Yaremchuk. He's working against Chacha Namdar. Back inside, the best dribbler on this team is Alexander Zavarov, number 9. To the left point it goes for Kuznetsov. His shot is blocked by Namdar at the defense. Trying to work through there is Zavarov, and it's back to goalkeeper Jim Gorsuch.
That's an interesting point that you make, Bob. The best dribbler on the team. The Soviet team, Dynamo Kiev, prides themselves almost on total soccer, like the Dutch team. The teams from Holland played 8 years ago. Every player on the team must be versatile, must be able to dribble, shoot, attack, and defend.
I like what they call it. They call it universal. The universal play. Left side, Namdar. Ball inside. Here come the Soviets. Right up the middle comes that dribbling man we talked about, Alexander Zavarov. Look at him operating the top of the slot, and then helping out from behind. Kaz Dana took it away. And Jim Gorsuch on the left side for Julie V. Zavarov says, get me out of here. I'm tired after that long run. You know, to talk about this universal play style of theirs, Shep, the number 1 thing is their preparation. Number 2, tactics when they draw things out. And number 3 utilizing their skills to execute those tactics. Oh, and a shot as Oleg Lokin, their big scorer, got behind the defense and almost put one away. Very sneaky, a la Jungle or Stamenkovic. He got behind the defense and got in alone on the keeper.
The first real good scoring opportunity, but now more importantly, the Soviet team getting into the game. They dodged a few bullets in the early moments. A lot of disorganization out there, but now they're settling down, getting a feel for the game, creating some opportunities themselves.
Knocked down at the San Diego defensive red line by Jacques Ledasseur was number 14, Alexei Mikhailchenko. Number 14, it'll be a free kick for Oleg Blokin. He scored over 200 goals in nearly 400 league matches in the Soviet Union and almost 100 games for the national side and 42 goals. Hard shot on goal. Boy, you see the quickness of Vasily Rats right there. And Gorsa got to make a save as Rats went speeding across the penalty area. And now he's back on defense to give it to his keeper. Are they saying that ball came from the other side of the red line?
Yes, they say, and I think it did cross the red line. Soviet goalkeeper unaware perhaps of that rule, handling the ball with his hands, but that ball was played originally out of the middle zone.
San Diego has 3 fouls. MISO rules are in effect. Left side Clavillo from Dana, and the shot wide. On the left wing boards, Fernando Clavijo. Out to the point for Kazi Dana. Right side, George Katakalidis. Looking up over the top left wing for Dana. That one controlled by Vasily Rats, who's looking very quick. 24-year-old midfielder. On the left side, Oleg Blokin. He's got Rats overlapping to his left. He's got it now, working against Ladouceur. Out on top for Anatoly Damianenko. In the corner, it's Mikhailchenko centering. Oleg Blokin the shot. Rebound behind Gorsic and narrowly missing, going in off the foot of Vasily Rats. Here's Jungle down the left wing. Taken away from behind by Andrei Ball. And Jungle shaking his head as he takes a seat.
All of a sudden, we have a game going both ways. San Diego getting opportunities. Dynamo Kiev coming back and being dangerous.
Mikhailchenko in front. That one wide. Here's Brian Quinn back the other way. Down the right wing for Branko Segota. Top of the slot. Left side. A fake there for number 11, Wad Hermes. Brian Quinn, half volley. That one blocked by Mikhailchenko. And it's up to the red line, controlled by Vasily Rats, who's really becoming a factor here. And back to the keeper. Nice defensive play by Wad Hermes. 103, 102, and now 1 minute left in the first quarter. We are scoreless. The Soviets started slowly getting their legs, but it's an equal ball game right now.
There's no doubt San Diego came out flying, created opportunities. Dynamo Kiev has now found their legs, gotten into the game, and we have an even contest.
Here's Segota, top of the slot. Right side, Coker, back to it! Oh, what a save by Viktor Chanov. Segota had him at his mercy, and Chanov, looking like a Soviet hockey goaltender, kicked that thing right out of there.
Best save of the game, and that keeps the game scoreless.
Here comes Alexander Zabadov across the red line. Top of the slot. Look at him through traffic. Deflected upstairs by Wad Hermes. And it'll be a left wing corner kick for the Soviets. With 21 seconds left, we'll take a timeout. Still scoreless, but better ball game every second as we go along.
If you're putting in long hours in your quest for the American dream, subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Working late won't be any more fun, but it might be more rewarding.
Call 800-372-3000 for this new Journal offer. 13 weeks for just $28 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $28. Phone 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
Left wing corner kick for the Soviets. Bill Maxwell signaling the startage of play. Out on top, the shot, and a kick save in front by Fernando Clavijo. That shot coming from Anatoly Demianenko. We've got 10 seconds left in the first quarter. No scoring so far. Brian Quinn, long ball for Julie B. 5 seconds remaining. Looking into the slot. Tries to shoot one in. Blocked at the defense. And you have to consider it a plus for the Soviets, Shep, so far. They escaped the first 15 minutes on the road, and I mean on the road, scoreless.
Well, they dodged some bullets. They hung in there. They got their legs. I think San Diego, perhaps in the first 5-6 minutes of the first quarter, trying to score the perfect goal, making that extra pass and not converting it.
After 15 minutes of play, the Soccer Summit, Dynamo Kiev, and the San Diego Sockers are scoreless.
This bud's for all that you do.
Carlos, I need 100 of these by Friday.
My friend, I'm retired. My son is running the business now.
You know just where you're going. It's true, your pride is showing, cause you make America work, and this bud's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This bud's for you.
Everyone who loves chicken nuggets is going to love this news. Except McDonald's. The news is that people who said they've ever tried Kentucky Nuggets and McDonald's chicken nuggets rated our Kentucky Nuggets higher on taste. Maybe it's our secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, or because ours are made by the chicken experts. But come see for yourself. We think everyone will love our nuggets. Everyone. Except McDonald's.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Hi, I'm Alan Mayer.
And I'm Karl-Heinz Granitzer. We are opponents on the field, but we both agree that you'll score big points as a member of the MISL fan club.
You get an MISL patch, a missile magnet, and your favorite team's pennant and button. All this for just $5. What a great savings. Just like the ones I make, eh, Carl?
Except when I'm shooting.
To become a member, send $5 in the name of your favorite team to MISL Fan Club, 425 North Michigan, Chicago 60611.
Thursday, the total sports temperature's rising on ESPN. First, a live hockey special showcasing two of the NHL's hottest teams. The Canadiens and Flyers dig in for a hard-checking battle with explosive scoring potential. Next, the Stroh's Funny Car Showdown on Auto Racing's #1 network. The slicks are smoking, and these beasts are ready to tear up the strip. And stay with the driving force for another thrill-packed edition of Speed Week. The experts agree we cover the track better than anyone else. All Thursday.
ESPN's next Missile Soccer comes your way Sunday when the San Diego Sockers kick it out with Kansas City from Kemper Arena. The Comets have Keith Furphy, the former Cleveland star, to join Charlie Ficus, Laurie Abrahams, Tasso Katsoukas and company. And you know about the Sockers, Jungle Segota, all the great players you're seeing here tonight, and the penalty-killing unit known as the No Goal Patrol. Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on ESPN. And here's a great save by Viktor Chanov. Best save of the game so far, Shep.
The best opportunity for San Diego. Branko Segota unleashing a right-footed shot. The goalkeeper making the kick save. And here's the first break for the Soviet Union. Dynamo Kiev, a man left alone at the edge of the box, and Gorsic down quickly with his right hand, actually not being able to hold on to the ball, but the best opportunity in the first quarter for Dynamo Kiev. Shot saves pretty equal as we change directions.
Shot to the far post off the foot of Vadim Yevtushenko, and Gorsic was equal to it. Here comes Branko Segota back the other way for the Sockers. Just underway in the second quarter, and we are scoreless so far. Oleg Blokin losing the ball in midfield. Fernando Clavillo into the stands. It'll be a kick in for the Soviets. Dynamo Kiev. Oleg Blokin, better than 200 goals in his career, in nearly 400 league matches, and a very big star for the national team at the age of 33. Look at that shot.
And there's the reason why. He uncracks it from a good distance with his left foot and gets it on goal.
Schmetzer back to his goalkeeper, Jim Gorsic, who's feeling a little more pressure all the time as time continues here. Steve Jungle on the right wing, knocked away by Andre Ball. At midfield, number 7 is Ivan Yaremchuk. Here's Oleg Blokin. Into the corner from Yevtushenko. Whistling a foul on Clavillo. And a Soviet free kick on the left wing. Fernando Clavillo from Uruguay, 28 years old. One of the guys who hasn't played a lot for the Sockers this year, but getting some action tonight. Yevtushenko hits one wide to the near post, and it's knocked out of there by Chachan Namdar.
Again, Bob, Torres Capricci and the referee doing an excellent job of controlling some high emotions out of the field today.
Shots in the first quarter were even at 6 apiece. Chanov had 5 saves for the Soviets and 4 for Jim Gorsuch. Here's Julie V, right side for Kevin Crow. Out along the boards, it'll be retrieved by George Kanakalidis in midfield. He fights off the marking of Ivan Yaremchuk, and here comes Blokhin back the other way, 2-on-1. Right side, Yaremchuk hit it wide to the far post. Blokhin on the left point against Kanakalidis. Yaremchuk at the tip of that penalty area, and it's poked away by the young American from San Diego State, Kevin Crow.
The San Diego Sockers have so much depth. You could tell the importance of tonight's game when we see a player like Wilrich taped up, injured, but still wanting to get into the match tonight.
Right wing, Brian Quinn in front, and Julie V hit it just wide. He was being checked closely on that play by Sergei Baltacha. Left wing corner, Kazi Dania out on top. For Kevin Crow, too far, and he'll have to go back to the red line and get it. We're 2.5 minutes in to a scoreless second quarter. First quarter, no goals in the first 15 minutes. Julie V posting up in front. He couldn't reach the rebound. That one deflected off the foot of Brian Quinn. To the right wing corner, Kaz Dana against Andre Ball. Dana still with it in front. Julie V couldn't believe how unmarked he was. The Soviets were obviously confused by that ball coming off the board, Shep. Somebody missed a defensive assignment very badly.
Well, there's no doubt they're leaving players open in the box, and I think that is a result of not knowing how it's played off the boards.
Oh, a save by Gorsuch off a quick release by Vasily Rotz. Boy, that youngster is really flying out there, number 6. Keep your eye on that guy for the Soviets at midfield. Here's Gene Wilrich up the right side for San Diego. In front for Clavio. Back for Gene Wilrich, the former West German citizen, now at the USA. Out on top for Steve Jungle. Back to Wilrich. He can only get a weak shot away. The ball was actually under him at his feet. And the Soviets have it. Right wing, Igor Belanov. Down the wing. And Rod Hermez got it back to the keeper. Under pressure from Belanov. And here's Steve Jungle hiding on those left wing boards. Right through the slot. Segota unable to reach it. Cut off there by Viktor Chanov.
And now, Bob, we're getting a very high level of play. Both these teams are excellent passers of the ball. They also have individual brilliance in players like Jungle, Julie V, Blokhin for Dynamo Kiev. We're seeing all of that now.
Here's Vasily Rotz, number 6. In front, banking it off the boards. Ladouceur fails to clear. Off the body of Segota. Bronco pulls it down. He's got a man ahead on the right wing boards. Jacques Ladouceur shooting on goal. And Chanov to save, but a rather low percentage shot by Jacques Ladouceur from way outside. Corner kick, San Diego coming up. We'll take a timeout. 10:41 left, second quarter. We're still scoreless.
Everything else is just alike.
Now you can get your morning news and business briefing before you leave the house. Nation's Business Today. 60 minutes of back-to-basics information with the business person in mind. Breaking news from Washington, Wall Street, and the world. Updates on trade, technology, and Capitol Hill. Investment tips, sports scores, and weather reports for the traveler. Join Merrill Comer and Carl Grant and get a head start every business day. Nation's Business Today. Morning news for people who mean business. Weekday mornings at 7.
Loki clothing down that left wing, and Gorsuch equal to the task. Jungle, corner kick, Kevin Crow!
Chanov on the ground. Kevin Crow and San Diego celebrating.
Kevin Crow, the MISL Defender of the Year last year out of San Diego State, assisted on the corner kick by Steve Jungle. 1-0 San Diego.
The brilliance of Steve Jungle. Everybody expects him only to score with a brilliant pass off the corner kick, chipping it over the entire defense. Kevin Crow slamming it in with his head.
You know, that was a set play by San Diego, Shep. They packed everybody in, and Kevin Cole came from way outside at the red line and just ran around the back of the pack.
Ron Newman, the master of indoor soccer. You're absolutely right. They have 3 or 4 variations off that corner kick. They converted one now.
You don't see too many head ball goals in indoor soccer, but when your man gets set up like that, it's not too hard to hit one in. Here's Segota. We'll see what effect this has. Right side, San Diego. It's Jungle on a pass from Brian Schmetzer in front. Schmetzer the shot, and Chanov there to make the save. On the left wing for Oleg Blokin. Boy, San Diego really getting back behind the ball. Korsic out. Thought he put his hand on it momentarily, but they said play on. Into the stands by Schmetzer.
Well, it certainly looked like a handball outside the area. The Soviet team a little bit upset. I'm curious to see how they vent their emotions tonight.
Shep, we saw a shot of the goalkeeper there. The size of those gloves. Those things look like a couple of old baseball gloves he's got on. As you see the scoring play, the gloves that he wears reminds me of the ones that John Beretta wears up in Tacoma. Those things are huge.
Well, it's a philosophy for goalkeepers. A bigger glove gives you softer impact, almost like catching the ball in a pillow, as opposed to wearing a tight glove. But the gloves only work if you get your hands to the ball.
What effect does it have on your throwing? Does it hurt your grip on the ball at all?
Yes, it does. The throwing is horrendous when you wear big gloves, but the goalkeeper's job, save goals first.
Here's Jungle. Ryan Quinn back to it. Oh! What a 1-2. Jungle and Quinn. 2-0 for the home team.
Steve Jungle. The crowd going wild as a perfect give and go executed by Quinn back to Steve Jungle. And here it is, splitting the Soviet defense, and Steve Jungle with the right foot catching Chanov moving to his left, and he buries it in the back of the net.
Jungle from Quinn at 5:31. 2 goals in a minute 10, and the Sockers are on top 2-0. Couple of classy goals by the San Diego. Down the right wing, shooting well wide, was Igor Belanov. In front, rebound, unable to be reached by Yaremchuk off the shot of Alexander Zavarov. Brian Quinn, in on goal, could be 3-0. Oh, and a good play by Chanov to jump on the loose ball.
Great save by Chanov, keeping the score 2-0, but Dynamo Kiev absolutely at odds defensively, letting San Diego soccer players run into space unmarked, converting for goals.
Andre Ball on the left side for Alexander Zavodov. He plays to the target man. On goal and a save as Igor Belanov hit a pill. Korsic right there. Rolls it up the right side. This is Adi Koker. Jacques Ladouceur back to it. Cut off for the last moment there by Alexander Zavodov. Goalkeeper up the field. Yaremchuk on the right side for Andre Ball. Off the hip of Kazdana into the penalty box. It'll be a kick in for the Soviets. We've played 6:51 of the second quarter, and San Diego has turned on the red light twice. Pro from Jungle at 4:21, and then Steve from Brian Quinn at 5:31.
Bob, we talked to players on both teams, and they were talking about the awesome shooting ability of the players on Dynamo Kiev. We've seen that early in the first half. The shots really taken from too far out to be effective.
Julie V, great ball for Segota. Rocco Segota, right wing corner against Andre Ball in front. Chanov, who's been a busy man, knocks it away. Back the other way for the Soviets. Igor Belanov taken off the ball. Gene Wilrich for Segota. Julie V, far post, and he hit the crossbar. Boy, you could see that one coming.
Oh, the pass was perfect. Julie V couldn't put it in, but San Diego swarming over this Dynamo Kiev defense.
Gene Wilrich. Julie V. Can't get an angle. Ball hit high and wide by Wad Hermes. You know, I've seen San Diego do this to MISL clubs, Shep. Now they're doing it to the best of the Soviets. This looks like an indoor clinic right now.
Well, it is, and I'm anxious to see how Dynamo Kiev, the Soviet players, react to that. Julie V in position to score, instead trying to really fool the defense.
Segota in front for Jungle. Wilrich the rebound, and a great block by Andre Ball. The Soviets are under siege. Here's Jungle centering. Taken away there. That was the defensive play by Igor Belanov. He gets it back down the right side, waiting for support. It comes from Oleg Blokin. Man overlapping left side, Oleg Kuznetsov. Blokin has it back. Long shot, deflects off Clavillo right to the arms of Jim Gorsic. And again, the far out shot selection of the Soviet team. Bad ball from Jungle. Intercepted by Vadim Yevtushenko. Here's Blokin through the legs of Dana. Bad angle in front. Yes! Beautiful goal. What a feed by Blokin. And the goal.
A brilliant goal by the Soviet team. Blokin, 98 times for the national team. Here he splits it, nutmegs the defender, and cracks it with his left foot. Actually passes it in front of the net to Yaremchuk. And here's Blokin on the left side. He gives a pass into the slot. Gorsic, no chance, coming out on Blokin. And we have a 2-1 ball game.
It comes at 8:35 and gets the Soviets back to within 2-1. It's Yaremchuk from Blokin at 8:35, and it's still 2-1 in favor of the San Diego Sockers as the Soccer Summit continues.
Why buy a Buick from Northside? More and more Pittsburghers have found a lot of good reasons. Northside gives you better Buick deals, better by far, better trades, more for your car. Northside is so convenient for one-day Buick service with free yellow cab transportation to town. And Northside gives you better selection, more to see, more to choose. Why buy a Buick from Northside? It's your Better Buy Buick dealer. Northside Buick, Beaver and West North Avenues.
The great outdoors and Genesee beer go together naturally. It's as clean and clear as a mountain lake. And just like Canada geese pick one mate and never change, the taste of Genesee never changes because every drop is brewed in one place. Genesee beer is the great outdoors in a glass.
Try something different. Try Genesee Cream Ale.
It's different. It's hard to describe exactly what's good about it, but it is. It's really good. It's delicious.
Ivan Yaremchuk from Oleg Blokin at 8:35. The Soviets are back to within a goal. 2-1 San Diego as we return. And it's Viktor Chanov on the left side. Straight up the middle it goes for number 9, Alexander Zavarov. This is 10, Vadim Yevtushenko. Top of the slot on the left side for Vasily Rats. On goal, and Gorsic there for Kevin Crow. Here's Rats again, right side. Yevtushenko taken away nicely by Brian Schmetzer. Here's Sakota. Kevin Crow, right wing, open behind him momentarily. And a shot deflected by a defender, Vasily Rats, down the left wing. Here comes Zavarov, cut off by Clavillo, who just came in on a substitution. And Zavarov wondering, where did he come from?
And that's vintage Ron Newman, really the inventor of that two-sided, two-way bench substitution where a defender comes off at one side, an attacking player comes on to give him a 10-foot advantage. In that case, the defender came on last and closed down a fast break.
Oleg Kuznetsov, right point, shooting, blocked by Katakalidis, off the top of the glass for Jungle, who clears for Cha-Cha Namdar. Wilrich open in the right wing. He just stepped on. Centers, Jungle, left side, in front, and a save by Chanov off the shot of Katakalidis. It'll be a left wing corner kick, and we'll take a timeout. 4:58 left, first half. It's San Diego on top, 2-1 in the Soccer Summit.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. People who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
Ivan Yaremchuk from Oleg Blokin, the Soviet scoring play of a couple of minutes ago. Dynamo Kiev back the other way, right down the middle. Vasily Rats chasing it, and back to the goalkeeper from Kevin Crow. Interesting, they arrived here in San Diego on Monday, did Dynamo Kiev, with a coach, 2 assistant coaches, a trainer, a masseuse, a publicist, and of course an interpreter. And we'll visit with some of their folks at halftime.
Well, they have an entourage, and traditionally they send their best team because they're here to win. They're representing the Soviet Union. Here we have a mistake in front of the goal, almost costly.
Yeah, Jungle set up Wilrich, who almost scored. In the air, that'll probably be a foul on George Katakalidis. Quick restart. Vasily Rotz down the left side, being chased by Segota. Tried to dump it inside, and his teammate Blokhin giving him some heat for not knocking that ball off the boards. Chanov out of the net. Beautiful play to knock it away from Jungle. Back the other way. Number 4 is Kuznetsov. Top of the slot. Left side for Vasily Rotz. Nice 1-2 with Kuznetsov, but shooting the gap to take it away, the roadrunner, Fernando Clavillo. Here's Brian Quinn. He's got Segota and Jungle even with him. Back heel for Bronco. Clavillo turning, and Chanov hugging the near post. Jungle just wide.
And great skill by San Diego. Clavillo turning on a dime, but we have a counterattack going the other way.
2-on-1 on the left side. Blokhin! What a goal! Oleg Blokhin, the great scorer, went down to get it as he deflected home a beautiful pass. And it's a 2-2 game. A wonderful assist there by number 5, Anatoly Demyanenko.
And here it comes on the counterattack. The pass to Blokhin. Blokhin falling down, sliding with his left foot. Uncanny accuracy. Pumps it into the upper corner. Here we watch the killer pass. Beating the San Diego defender, and Blokhin just slots it. Easy as that in the upper corner. That's a world-class finish by a world-class player.
98 international games for that man, who is at the age of 33 and obviously still going strong. 2-2 the score. That goal coming at 11:29, and we've had all 4 goals here in the exciting second quarter. And Shep, they've all come in the last 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
Well, it's the speed of indoor soccer. Clavillo for San Diego Soccer's had an opportunity. Dynamo Kiev stripped the ball and scored with less than a 3-second time period for a transition.
Here's Julie V. Back heeling, taken away there by Andre Ball. On the near boards it comes. Bumped up. Dynamo Kiev trying to get out of that defensive zone. Number 9 on the boards is Alexander Zavarov. Andre Ball looking left side for Yaremchuk, who scored their first goal. Dancing with it inside that red line. 2:40 remaining in the first half. 2-2 the score. Yaremchuk against Kevin Crow. In front, off the boards, a little too hard from the foot of Igor Pelinov, and it's taken away by Kaz Dana. Here's Julie V. Left wing, Jacques Ladouceur. Back to V. Deflected away. Julie gets it back. V's number retired here in San Diego last year when he became a member of the Las Vegas Americans. When that team folded, he came back to San Diego, and of course they reactivated number 22. Julie 3V. V-E-E-E. In front, he hit it just wide. Rebound, and Chanov in self-defense, a big save.
A great save, but this is the experience line for San Diego with Wilrich, Kaz Dana, and Julie V. But this line is also susceptible to the counterattack.
Zavarov trying to go inside. Yaremchuk couldn't reach it. Good defensive play there by Wad Hermes. And here's Julie V for San Diego. Into the slot. Tried to go right side for Wilrich. Taken away there by Baltacha. And here come the Soviets. Baltacha receives it again left wing. And there's that defensive substitution again as Adi Coker got on to take it away. This is Kaz Dana and Brian Quinn. 1:20 left, second quarter. Taken away there by Oleg Blokhin. Yaremchuk, number 7, trying to do the quick release, and Fernando Clavillo puts it upstairs. It'll be a kick in for Dynamo Kiev on the right wing with 1:12 left in the second period of play and a 2-2 score. While they've been here in San Diego, Shep, they've been to SeaWorld, they've been to the Children's Hospital. This game, of course, benefits that wonderful facility. They're going shopping tomorrow to a department store, although we're told they're not carrying any money. I guess they'll have to go to the coach for a little spending money.
Are they going shopping, win or lose, based on the outcome of tonight's game?
I don't know. They've been shuttled around San Diego by Don Nash of Subby's Pizza in an English-style double-decker bus. Great hospitality by the folks here, and the Soviets have enjoyed it, they told us so far. Vasily Rotz in the left wing, centering in front. Unable to reach it, Anatoly Demianenko. Here's Branko Segota with 45 seconds left in the second period of play. On the right side for Steve Zhungul, the lord of the all-indoors, in front. Quinn the shot, rebound, Chanov. Boy, is he having a period or what? He is really playing great.
Well, Chanov is the man of the match in the first half for Dynamo Kiev. He's come up with 4 or 5 big saves.
Here's Vasily Rotz in the left wing. Low-keen shot wide. He had to cut it back with the ball behind him on the bad pass. Ryan Quinn releases Kevin Crowe. 2-on-1. Zhungul left wing. Chesting it down, but unable to control that hard ball. And Steve grabs his chest like he had the wind knocked out of him. Kevin Crowe just whacked one right at him.
Well, very little midfield play. We're getting opportunities at both ends with quick transition play.
Here's Vasily Rotz on the right side for Yevtushenko. And with that, the first half comes to a close. A very entertaining second quarter. 2 goals for each team. And the Soccer Summit has reached the halfway mark. Dynamo Kiev and the San Diego Sockers are tied with 2. Our halftime activities are coming up on ESPN from the San Diego Sports Arena.
Playboy. It brings you the best of everything. Behind the pages of Playboy, you'll find the authors who create the best sellers.
You've had a year of success.
Yes, I have. Interviewers who reveal the person behind the personality. Playboy's cartoonists point out the humor in today's world with a rare mix of art and wit. And then there's Playboy's photographers, masters at capturing the beauty of the world's most breathtaking women.
Good.
Playboy also tips you off to the latest styles and tunes you into the hottest sounds. Playboy, the magazine that gives you a monthly ticket to the best of the good life. And right now, you can get 12 months of Playboy delivered right to you for only $19. That's half the newsstand price. So enjoy the very best, the wit, wisdom, and imagination of today's most creative people. Become a Playboy subscriber and step into the exciting world of Playboy. To order your subscription, here's all you do.
Phone toll free. 1-800-544-1000. Get 12 issues of Playboy for only $19. That's half the newsstand price. So phone toll free. 1-800-544-1000. That's 1-800-544-1000.
Friday, the only place for total sports is ESPN. Basketball super season delivers more of television's best college hoop coverage. Loyola battles Bradley under the boards live. Then AWA Wrestling adds a touch of class. Our masters of mayhem have refined the art of cheap shots and cheap talk.
Blackwell, you know I'll strap you just like a fat dog you are.
The NFL Game of the Week is next. It's your last chance to catch the heartbreaks and heroics of the league's best matchup. All Friday.
We welcome you back to San Diego Sports Arena. It's halftime, and after 30 minutes of play, the San Diego Sockers are tied with Dynamo Kiev by a score of 2-2. Bob Carpenter back along with Shep Messing, and that was one heck of a second quarter.
Well, the second quarter, both teams came alive. I feel in the first quarter, San Diego had many opportunities. They couldn't convert. Maybe the danger of playing a big international game, they're trying to score the perfect goal and take that extra pass.
Hey, let's face it, this is a little different than flying from St. Louis to Kansas City. Coming over here from the USSR, it took them a while to get their legs, but when they did, they showed us what they can do.
Well, they're a quick team. They're explosive. They make that transition game very quickly, and that causes problems. Defensively, though, Dynamo Kiev was exposed, and San Diego was taking opportunities.
It seems like San Diego's offensive chances, Shep, come when they're wide open because of the transition game, whereas Dynamo Kiev, they work their way through traffic so well with their great skill.
They're an unselfish team. They play one-touch soccer. Again, we talked about the Dutch influence, Holland soccer, total soccer. We don't see much individual brilliance. San Diego, on the other hand, when you have a Steve Zhungul on the field, a Julie V, Kaz Dania, at any time they can break open and score a goal.
You think this thing's going to explode after halftime?
I think so. I think it's a 2-2 game going in there. Both teams don't want to come away empty-handed. They're going to come out, go forward, and try and score.
One of the interesting things about having an international team in our country is visiting with them. And when we come back to San Diego, we will do just that. Both the president and the manager of the Soviet team will be our guests when we return to the Soccer Summit on ESPN with the score tied 2-2, 30 minutes of play.
Car need fixed? At Monty Asti Service Center, I guarantee to fix your car right the first time. We'll do any Buick, Renault, Jeep, or AMC warranty work, as well as repair any General Motors or American Motors vehicle, no matter where you bought your car. My service staff is here until midnight, Monday through Friday. I'm Monty Asti, and I have the people, the parts, and the equipment to fix your car right the first time. I guarantee it. Yeah!
Watching an adventure movie on a VCR? Terrific. But you're only hearing half the fun until you hear Zenith's Hi-Fi Stereo VCR. With stereo sound so real, it's like being there. Zenith's VHS Hi-Fi Stereo VCR.
Look out! Quicksand!
Zenith, smarter than ever.
Central Radio and TV. Sales, service, and installation over 30 years.
We welcome you back to the San Diego Sports Arena. I'm Bob Carpenter, along with a couple of very special guests at halftime. We have the president of the Dynamo Kiev club, that is Boris Voskresensky, and our interviewer, our interpreter, and team manager is Mikhail Oshemkov. Mikhail, first of all, your impressions, along with Boris, of our country so far in your brief visit.
Значит, ну, прежде всего, мы хотели бы узнать у вас ваши впечатления о нашей стране. Ну, вы недолго у нас, но скажите, пожалуйста.
Значит, с первых минут прибытия в вашу страну, значит, мы почувствовали добрые, теплые отношения.
From the very first minute of our stay here, we felt very warm reception here.
And, of course, your team obviously has had tremendous success over the last 25 years, 11 Soviet championships. What has been the great secret to the success of the Dynamo Kiev club?
За последние 25 лет нам известно, вы стали 11 раз чемпионами страны. В чем состоят секреты ваших удачных выступлений?
Секрета удачного выступления нет у команды. Значит, очевидно, не случайно на базе команды «Динамо», футбольной базе, написано лозунг «Трудолюбие и дисциплина – залог победы».
Well, you know, there are no secrets, of course, no top secrets, but there's only just, well, good job done by everyone in the club. And there's an inscription in the camp of Dynamo Kiev, near Kiev, where it is written, well, good work and discipline make success.
You certainly have had that over the years. What game indoors would you play in your country that would be similar to what we have here with the boards and the glass as far as indoor soccer?
Значит, играете ли вы, проводятся ли у вас соревнования в стране, вот футбол с такими бортами, ну, в таких условиях приблизительно, как вот здесь вы видите?
Мини-футбол соревнований не проводится. Он применяется в виде тренировок для подготовки команд, особенно во время неблагоприятной погоды.
Well, you know, indoor soccer is called in our country mini football, and we use mini football for the purpose of training, and we have no tournaments of indoor soccer in our country so far, and we have no boards on the pitches where we train.
Have you, in scouting this San Diego team, heard about some of the individual stars we have, like a Steve Jungle, like a Julie V, like a Branko Segota?
Значит, когда вы готовились к матчу, вы, очевидно, знакомились с игроками, кто здесь играет. Знаете ли вы вот тех ребят, которые здесь у нас в команде? Это Дейна, Джунгл, Ви и другие.
Мы знаем фамилии, а игроков мы не знаем. Я лично не знаю игроков.
Well, we know the names of the players. I personally don't know them, but we know their names, and they were so popular in Europe while they played, so it's not secret that they are of international class.
And Mikhail, one more question for Boris. How does the national team of the Soviet Union feel about their chances in the '86 World Cup in Mexico City?
Ну и последний вопрос к вам. Как вы думаете, на что настраивается советская сборная, чего ожидает она от выступления на чемпионате мира в Мексике?
В настоящее время формируется новый календарь футбольный на новый сезон. И Федерация футбола, Управление футбола делают все для максимально благоприятных условий для команды.
Well, you know, this is just the time when the fixture list is composed in our country, and the Football Federation take into account that the national team should prepare well for the Mexico World Cup. So they do everything in their power to just provide good results.
Gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to have you here in our country, and we thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Our very special guest from the Soviet Union. It is halftime here at San Diego, and we'll return with first half highlights when we come back in a moment. It's the Soccer Summit, the Sockers against Dynamo Kiev.
A tradition of holiday values continues with the Christmas gifts and toys catalog from True Value hardware stores. You'll find this Skill cordless screwdriver for just $19.99, including a charging stand. Or give the versatile Master Mechanic two-piece locking plier set only $11.99. For a home hobbyist, choose the Black & Decker two-speed jigsaw, just $24.99. Or this Weller soldering iron kit for only $7.99 from participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
This bud's for all that you do. You keep America going. You keep the juices flowing. You are the muscle, the hope and the hustle. You keep the country growing, and you make America work. And this bud's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This bud's for you.
Racing. From the inside, no one covers it like Auto Week. Auto Week makes you an insider at the world's great race circuits every week. In the pits, behind the scenes, even in the cockpit with racing driver columnists in Formula One, NASCAR, and kart. Inside coverage just days after the race. And Auto Week puts you inside the world's most exciting cars, right behind the wheel. Auto Week takes you inside the whole automotive scene. Personalities, great cars of the past, columnists with inside scuttlebutt. Let Auto Week make you an insider, too. Call for a year's subscription to Auto Week. 52 issues at the basic price of $23, just 44 cents an issue. Call 1-800-544-1000 and get this $8 Auto Week t-shirt absolutely free. Call right now, 1-800-544-1000. Let Auto Week make you an insider, too.
Here at halftime with Coach Ron Newman of the San Diego Sockers. Ron, I thought you guys came out flying, but perhaps had so many opportunities, took that extra pass trying to score the perfect goal.
Well, I was hoping that a game like this would release some of the pressure that some of these players have had for scoring goals this year, because our offense has been almost non-existent. And yet they're still missing goals with even easier opportunities than we've had in regular league play.
I certainly think in the second quarter, Dynamo Kiev kind of found their legs. They got back into the game. They obviously have some dangerous attacking players, Blokin. What are you going to do to contend with them in the second half?
Well, we know the whole of the indoor game, and we've got to take the advantage of that. We can't play with them just as a regular five-a-side soccer game. We've got to use all the intricacies of the indoor game that benefit us. Several times we've caught them on changeovers and switches, but we've not managed to put the ball in the net. I think we've got to tire them out a little bit now with our switches and see if we can open up a lead and put them out of the game.
Nobody does it better than you. Ron Newman from the San Diego Sockers. Back to you, Bob.
All right, Shep, thank you very much. Nice going in the first half, Ron Newman and your Sockers, and we look for them to put away some of those scoring chances in the second half of play. Well, you might expect Jungle and Blokin to be in the scoring chart so far, and they certainly are. San Diego led 1-0 when Steve Jungle played a wonderful 1-2 with Brian Quinn. Through traffic there, gets it back. Watch Steve bend this ball with the inside of his foot away from the keeper to the far post. At 5:31 of the second quarter, San Diego led 2-1, or 2-0 rather. After a goal by Ivan Yaremchuk from Oleg Blokin at 8:35 made it 2-1. Here's Demianenko. Anatoly Demianenko, nice left wing ball. The sliding Oleg Blokin up into the roof of the net. No chance at all for Jim Gorsick. And at the 11:29 mark, it was Dynamo Kiev tying things up at 2-2. In the first half of play, San Diego outshot Dynamo Kiev 16-8, including 10-2 in the second quarter of play. At halftime, Dynamo Kiev's goalkeeper, Viktor Chanov, who played brilliantly, has 12 saves, and 10 for Jim Gorsic in the San Diego net so far, including 7-6 for Dynamo Kiev in the second period of play. And there's Steve Jungle, the lord of the all indoors. So we're ready for the second half kickoff now. The Soviets in their club blue uniforms will be going from left to right. San Diego in their home whites with blue and yellow from right to left, and we're underway as the goalkeeper Shep Messing shows some great fitness and rejoins me upstairs. And we've got a three-line pass quickly. It'll be a free kick for San Diego at the defensive red line of Dynamo Kiev. And we have a change in goal for the San Diego Sockers. We'll get a look at Zoltan Toth momentarily. Up over the red line, Fernando Clavijo. Ball knocked away by Sergei Baltacha. And on goal, Blokin picks his spot. Misses. The rebound goes high. Oh, he thought he had an easy one on the rebound. Here's Brian Quinn putting it out of play. And it'll be a kick in for San Diego. Check it for Dynamo Kiev on the left wing. So they'll take it down deep. Ivan Yaremchuk will be the man to kick it in. There's the shot by Blokin, and then the rebound, and he just got under it and hit it about 1.5 feet high in the penalty area. Too far for Yevtushenko, and it's unusual, Shep, to see Blokin miss a chance like that.
Well, Zoltan Toth really out of position. Very difficult for a goalkeeper to come in cold in the second half. Blokin had an opportunity, couldn't convert.
Back on top it goes. Number 3 is Baltacha on the right wing boards for Ivan Yaremchuk, and taken away there by Brian Schmetzer. Steve Jungle taken off the ball by Andre Ball. Ahead to Yaremchuk. Ball into the slot. Receives it. Shoots. And a save by Zoltan Toth.
Zoli, the goalie, comes up big with his feet. Again, likes to make that first save, get into the game, and now strip that ball nicely.
Down the slot comes Segota, looking for Ladouceur in the right wing, shooting, and a save by Chanov. Wow. Segota again. This time Kevin Crow back in front, and again San Diego making that extra pass rather than ripping away. They'll have the kick in on the left wing, but you have to admire the way that man has played. He's a little bit tired right now.
Look at Chanov. Got the big gloves. His nose looks like it's been broken 15 times, but he's played a super game.
Chanov is 6 feet 167, 26 years old. We had to convert, by the way, from centimeters and kilos to get those heights and weights for you. And I'm not the one that did it either. I couldn't figure that stuff out. Here's Segota in the corner. Taking off the ball, number 9 is Alexander Zavodov. He loves to carry that ball. Plays it off there. Taking off the ball was Yevtushenko, but the Soviets get it back in midfield. Number 5, Anatoly Demyanenko, who had that great assist on that second goal.
Some tremendous skill on the Dynamo team. Trying to create opportunities, break through the midfield.
In front, ball just behind the attacker. Trying to get in deep was Igor Belanov, number 12. Here's Jungle. For Gene Wilrich on the left wing. Lays it off for Steve Jungle. Jungle, top of the slot. Tries to tow it in for Jacques Ladouceur. And it's the Soviets clearing the defensive zone. On the left side is Anatoly Demyanenko. Against Kevin Crow, tries to get a 1-2 pass back from Igor Belanov, and Wilrich clears for Cha-Cha Namdar out of Texas Tech. How could a guy out of Texas Tech be named Cha-Cha Namdar?
Well, he got the nickname Cha-Cha working as a waiter when he was in Chicago. I don't know how they got that, but Cha-Cha as a waiter.
He ought to be called Tex. Ball played in by Wad Hermes into the left wing corner for Kevin Crow. Defended there by Kuznetsov in front, and Hermes couldn't make connections. Loose in the right wing boards, and Wad Hermes out of Iraq. Went to Point Loma High School here in San Diego. Lays it down to the right wing boards. It's knocked into the crowd on a volley by Anatoly Demyanenko, and we'll take a timeout. We played the first 3:17 of the third quarter scoreless. It's 2-2 as the Soccer Summit continues from San Diego.
Introducing McDonald's new lettuce and tomato hamburger, the McDLT. You get a hot side hot. You get a cool side cool. New McDLT keeps the hot, keeps the cool. McDLT keeps the New McDLT could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever.
It's a good time for the great taste.
New McDLT.
2-2 the score. We have better than 11 and a half minutes. Winning percentages. Gorsick and Toth all time the two top in MISL history. And my man is third. How about that?
And slipping fast.
Yeah, the longer you stay retired, the further down that list you're going to go, big guy. Although winning percentage
going to stay right where it is.
Yeah, it might, because the winning percentages are not what they were these days.
Well, let's hope so. But definitely a tandem in goal for San Diego that's probably unparalleled in the league. Gorsick playing the first half, Zoltan Toth, an all-star player, playing now for San Diego in the second half.
Don't forget, San Diego's replaced a pretty good goalkeeper here in Alan Mayer, who's now in Kansas City. A foul on Gene Wilrich. Oleg Golovkin and Wilrich shaking hands. There's the Soviet star. Jeremiah Enright, who helps us with stats and does such a great job of giving us tidbits of information, was watching the Soviets practice yesterday, and he said, you know, you can tell when they step on the field who the star is. Golovkin carries himself like he's the leader of this team, like a Julie V or like a Steve Jungle.
Well, the star system exists in Russia, and this is an excellent team with a lot of stars on it. But San Diego, the San Diego team is tremendous. They're still having trouble finding themselves early in the MISL season, but an international game like tonight, perhaps it could click for them.
Here's Julie V with a long run, and the shot back against the grain. In front, Quinn, another shot, goes wide. Off the foot there of Branko Segota, who just lost his balance. Couldn't stretch far enough for that one. Quinn. Back for Schmetzer. First time left side jungle. Tries to clip it left board. Segota into the crowd. Kick in for the Soviets. 4:37 into the third quarter of play. By the way, one game was played in the MISL tonight, and you folks in the Minnesota and Pittsburgh areas will be interested in this score. The Strikers beat the Spirit in a toughie at the Met 7-6. Minnesota now leads in the Eastern Division by 2 games over Pittsburgh, and by even more than that over Dallas and Cleveland, with Baltimore and the rest of the division, Chicago, trailing them. So the Strikers are having a wonderful season, and they won a big overtime game here on Saturday night, 3-2 over San Diego. And that game actually didn't go overtime. It was 3-2. The Sockers then lost to LA here in overtime a couple of nights later.
We have a good game coming up this weekend. San Diego visiting at Kansas City. 2 good teams playing this weekend.
Yes, sir. You'll see it Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on ESPN. There's a foul on San Diego's Raffaele Ruotolo making his first appearance. We're told by the San Diego locker room that Kaz Dana will sit out the second half to give young Ruotolo, a young man from Brooklyn, New York, who grew up in Italy, a chance to play here. And that's a nice thing for Ron Newman to do against international competition, and a time to give some of his young players a little action out there. Never know when one of those guys might want to help you later on down the road. Here's Quinn, a shot, and Chen off again.
And I'm just super impressed. That was a big, big save. Sometimes the ones that don't look so spectacular to me are spectacular. That shot had goal written all over it. Chanov got down quickly and made the save.
On the boards, coming away with it there is Ivan Yaremchuk at the red line. Running ahead of him in the slot, a shot as Alexander Zavarov was steaming in for the rebound. He's the man that fouled Zoltan Toth.
And the first little confrontation, everybody looking for a confrontation in tonight's game. Zoltan Toth got political asylum in this country, bumped into by the Dynamo Kiev player, and they had a few words, but both referees, Toros Caprician, Bill Maxwell, controlling the game.
Here's Jungle to the corner, knocked away by Andre Ball. Coming in there, Ladouceur, and it's cleared out of there by Demianenko. Wilrich in the corner looking for position, and he was fouled from behind by Ivan Yaremchuk. In front, look out! Oh, what a save by Chanov. This guy is unbelievable.
This kid is super. Good quickness and right up for a counterattack going the other way.
Taking off the ball, left wing, Igor Belanov. Back the other way. Andre Ball taken off by Ladouceur, and then getting some help from his teammate Igor Belanov. On the right side, it's Ivan Yaremchuk. In the slot, there is Alexander Zavodov. Yaremchuk back at the top of the slot. Gets it back in the right wing boards.
I'm surprised, Bob, Steve Jungle not taking a more advanced position, dragging back in the midfield, trying to get the ball and create. But this is Jungle's type of game. He's having a subpar season. A lot of people expected him to explode tonight.
Oleg Blokin, right side for Yaremchuk. In the corner, cut off there by George Katakalidis. Yaremchuk. Look at that skill as he tops it to the corner. In front, Blokin can't get an angle. Now shoots it. It's blocked by Katakalidis, as I think Blokin wanted to pick out the far post and see if he could get it to Belanov. Here comes Wilrich back the other way. Left side, Quinn. In front, Jungle. And he hit the goalpost.
Unbelievable action. Must be a goal, but now it's coming the other way for Dynamo Kiev.
Here's Blokin from Yaremchuk. Ball cleared by Katakalidis. Oleg Blokin with a goal tonight. Left side it goes from Sergei Baltacha. On the boards, going down is Belanov, and San Diego comes away with it. Raffaele Ruotolo. Left wing, Brian Quinn. Actually tripped up himself. I believe he made some contact with a ball there with his off foot, and it tripped him up. Ruotolo on the near boards. Ball comes loose to midfield. Knocked over to the other side by Wad Hermes for Adi Koker.
Now the play getting a little bit rougher, Bob. Some kicking at the heels, some nipping at the ankles. Both teams fully into the game and not wanting to give anything up defensively.
Wad Hermes on the right side board. Centers for Koker. Nicely done. Adi Koker does a 360. Being watched by Sergei Baltacha. Taken away there. Good steal by Oleg Kuznetsov. And Dynamo Kiev back the other way with 6:15 left in the third quarter. Scoreless since that flurry of 4 goals in 7 minutes in the second quarter. We're still tied 2-2. On the right side board it goes for Anatoly Demianenko. He's looking into the corner. Running onto it there is Igor Belanov. Whoops, slips through, and here comes Wad Hermes. Adi Koker taken off the ball momentarily by Zaborov and Kevin Crow on the left point. Segota steps on. So does V. Segota beating a man. Top of the slot. Knocked off it by Kuznetsov and back to Viktor Chanov, and he's going to throw it over 3 lines. Can't do that indoors.
Blokin trying to explain the rules to Chanov, the rules of the MISL.
Yeah, some of the Soviets were holding up their arms on the bench. They said that wasn't a foul. Uh-oh, Julie V couldn't get the shot away. You know, it looked like Julie thought about going around the keeper rather than shooting. Chanov is hurt a little bit, and we've got an official's timeout on the floor as Chanov's right knee or calf or some lower part of his leg is obviously hurting. 5:29 left, third quarter play. The Soccer Summit. Sockers in Dynamo Kiev, 2-2.
It's everything you want to know about the Major Indoor Soccer League. For indoor soccer fans, the MISL Media Guide is the ideal ticket and way to follow the league. It includes team rosters, facts and statistics on each team's players, top scorers and goalkeepers throughout the league's history, and a wealth of information about everyone who ever played in the league. All this plus player and action photos for just $8. To get the guide, send a check to MISL Guide, 425 North Michigan Avenue, Chicago, 60611.
Sunday, make ESPN your home for a day of total sports excitement. A soccer doubleheader features San Diego's no-goal patrol when the Sockers and Comets tangle in an indoor thriller. And you'll see the collegiate scenes best at the NCAA Division I Championship. Then World Cup skiing takes you to Italy for women's slalom action. We've got a full season of coverage. Later, the Blackhawks and Red Wings collide in a live NHL shootout. And they don't like each other, so expect a bruising ice war. All Sunday.
Well, Viktor Chanov evidently had a Charlie horse in one or both of his calves. As we check the replay, here's Julie V.
Well, I think the Charlie horse created by Julie V. Actually, Julie clipped him with the back of his left heel as he stepped over him. At any rate, a great show of sportsmanship from this crowd in San Diego. When Chanov got up, nice round of ovation from the crowd in San Diego watching this game.
15 saves for Chanov, and we've got better than 20.5 minutes left to go in this one. Played in by Schmetzer. Out to the red line for Vasily Rotz. They release their man down the right wing. It is Yevtushenko. Ball taken away from him and Brian Schmetzer for San Diego. Back the other way for Branko Segota. Julie V. Through ball. Angled it to the left wing corner. Too long for Segota. Normally you see Julie, or rather Segota, out there with Steve Jungle just about exclusively. This time he's playing with Julie V.
Well, Ron Newman switched around a lot of lines tonight, experimenting. It is an international game, giving a lot of players a chance, but the explosiveness of a Branko Segota, Julie V, one of these players must stamp his name on the game.
Here's Fernando Clavillo up over 2 lines. Left wing knocked down to Brian Schmetzer from Brian Quinn. I wonder if Brian Schmetzer, when he was a 2-time All-State Select Team player in Washington high schools, thought that he would ever play against the Soviet players that are of such great stature. Vasily Rotz fouled by Segota. A message for you folks in the Buffalo area. Tom and Mark are visiting San Diego. They like to say hello to the Buffalo Stallions Booster Club. Evidently that organization's still alive. Oh, below Keene, look at that shot. Zoltan Toth there to make the save, and Tom and Mark say they hope Buffalo returns to the MISL next year. Here's Segota for Julie V. And a takeaway. Number 9 is Alexander Zavarov, racing down the right wing against Crow. Centers it in front, and unable to catch up with it was Igor Belanov.
What a great burst of speed, though, down the wing, dragging that ball to get some space.
Here's Jungle, centering all the way to the other side. Katakalidis looking to center, does. Oh, and it almost hit off Jungle and went in. Crow shoots it wide. The keeper punched it right into Steve Jungle's shoulder, and the ball almost deflected under the crossbar.
Well, confusion in the goal mouth. That's a very dangerous area. Anything can happen. Chanov got a piece. The ball ended up not going in.
Right wing, Belanov taking off the ball. Here's Zavarov intercepting, shooting, and he hit it high and wide to the near post. Zoli the goalie, as Shep calls him.
Oh, he's a wonderful guy and a super athlete. 6'3", 190, quick, good hands.
29 years old is Toth. Here comes Jungle, 3-on-2. Right down the slot. Oh, and his goal. After all the great saves, he makes a mistake.
And Steve Jungle. Every goal is not a perfect goal. Here, Steve streaks down the middle. He's going to end up actually hitting it with his right toe. His right toe. And that causes a confusion for Chanov. In indoor soccer, a toe shot is effective. We watch Steve come down the middle. It's actually called a toe poke. Done intentionally by Steve. Chanov fooled by the spin on the ball. And a bad goal.
Steve Jungle, his second of the night from Kevin Crow at 12:03. And it's San Diego leading at 3-2. Boy, that's unfortunate. Viktor Chanov has just been so brilliant. And he actually overreacted to the ball. It hit the inside of his palm and spun into the net. And we'll take a timeout. The home team on top 3-2, but this one a long way from being over.
This Bud's for all that you do.
They said this city was through. You said, no way.
Each day the spirit's growing. Your pride is really showing. You make America work, and this Bud's for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This Bud's for you.
Well, I'm not sure that goal will make the league highlight film this year. But it all counts. San Diego leads it 3-2.
And again, that's the beauty of indoor soccer. You're going to give up bad goals. You got to get up and play.
Here's Jungle. Chanov with his feet. Confidently and calmly knocks it away. There's a foul on Andre Ball up in the air. Backing away. Jungle posting up. Ball controlled there by Vadim Yevtushenko. He's got it back from his teammate, Oleg Blokim. These two work well together, but not that time. Ball loose in the right wing, and Clavijo has it. Back to Zoltan Tov.
What a great story about Fernando Clavijo. He's a family man. His wife Marta and his son Jonathan, so he bought his wife a station wagon before he went away on a road trip. When he got back from the road trip, his wife had returned the car and bought him a red Porsche. You think Fernando is happy? He's happy being out here tonight playing against the great Dynamo Kiev team.
As long as he can handle the payments. Here's Andrei Ball. Oleg Blokin trying to force his way into the slot. Toth out to whack it upfield. Headed back in there by Sergei Baltacha. Chacha Nandar for Zoltan Toth. Chacha Nandar is a pretty smart guy. Mechanical engineering from Texas Tech, his degree, and he's working on a master's right now. Here's Blokin. Top of the slot. Toe pokes one through. Schmetzer has it. So does Toe.
And Bob, you pointed out in the first half, Dynamo Kiev only playing with really 12, 13 players, 2 lines, and they do look like they're tiring right now.
Well, you start to see things, Shep, and it's not just how fast they're running, because that's not the gauge. What starts indicating to you that a team is tiring, the passes are a little bit behind the man they're intended for, or they're a little bit too far ahead. They lose that sharpness as the game goes on.
Well, there's no doubt a tired player, a player experienced fatigue, the sharpness is lost. The execution suffers. I don't know if that's the case with the Dynamo Kiev team, but they're certainly having a lull right now.
Fans are chanting Bronco, Bronco. Here's Yaremchuk on the left side for Mikalichenko, turning goalward, bad angle, centers, but it's knocked out as it hit the top of the board and goes all the way to the point. Julie V for Brian Quinn. San Diego looking to clear the defensive zone. Julie 3EV. We got Julie V in this league with 3 E's in his name. We've got Z Kep in Pittsburgh, Z-E-E-E. Tell you, doing soccer games for about 8 years is a great way to increase your vocabulary and your pronunciations. Having the Soviets come to town isn't that big of a deal anymore. Here's a steal almost by Segota, and it's cleared upfield now. Running onto it there is Mikalichenko against Kevin Crow, and he cuts it back to Zoltan Toth. Ryan Schmetzer lost it. Yaremchuk lost it. Who wants it? Give it to me, says Oleg Kuznetsov.
And the crowd reacting to every nuance, every missed pass.
And that's it for the third quarter of play, as not the most exciting quarter of the night, and San Diego picks up a goal that it maybe shouldn't have, but leads it 3-2 with 45 minutes gone and 15 minutes of the soccer summit remaining.
I'm Charles Schwab. Over 1 million investors who make their own investment decisions trade with us. Here are a few reasons why.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Nick. Had to phone my broker.
Your broker? It's 9 p.m.
Right. Oh, I can place an order anytime. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You see, my broker's Charles Schwab.
Oh, hold it, Dave. Isn't Schwab a discount broker?
Sure. Schwab saves me as much as 70% on commissions.
And you can place an order 24 hours a day?
Yeah, any day of the week. My order will be at the stock exchange when the market opens tomorrow. Well, we're making our presentation.
Well, the service and discounts sound great. Maybe it's time for me to give Schwab a call.
For a free booklet on how you can save up to 76% on brokerage commissions, call 800-445-4700, toll free. That's 800-445-4700. Charles Schwab, a Bank America company. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Alan Mayer.
And I'm Karl-Heinz Granitzer. We are opponents on the field, but we both agree that you will score big points as a member of the MISL fan club.
You get an MISL patch, a missile magnet, and your favorite team's pennant and button. All this for just $5. What a great savings. Just like the ones I make, eh, Carl?
Except when I'm shooting.
To become a member, send $5 in the name of your favorite team to MISL Fan Club, 425 North Michigan, Chicago 60611.
Well, despite his mistake on the last goal of the game, that's the guy that's my star so far, Viktor Chanov, the Dynamo Kiev goalkeeper. He's been unbelievable tonight, and here's one example, Shep.
Well, here's Brian Quinn, really the goalkeeper. Chanov unsighted screen, but he gets down and makes a big save quickly with his right hand. He's played a super game.
And then not as fortunate here as he made a mistake on the toe poke by Steve Jungle.
And actually, this is a play that's inherent to the MISL. Steve Jungle perfected this. The first player really to utilize the toe poke at short distance. Totally fooling the goalkeeper because of the slow speed and the curve on the ball. Chanov expecting a full instep with power, instead getting the toe kick that just trickles by. But a super effort all night long for Chanov. Unfortunately, bad goals are going to come.
You will see the San Diego team again this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. The Sockers and the Comets from Kemper Arena in Kansas City. That has the potential to be a great ball game. We'll be on the road with the Sockers and the Comets coming up Sunday on ESPN as we continue our coverage of the Major Indoor Soccer League.
Now both teams saying, Bob, 15 minutes left. They're going to go all out. They were pacing themselves in the third quarter. Dynamo Kiev has only 15 more minutes to play. I would expect they pick up the pace.
Chanov has it again. Boy, I am shocked by the statistics of the third period. I'll tell you about the shots here in a moment. They are amazing. Oh, look at that. Jacques Ladouceur. Another mistake by the Soviets.
Well, we talked about it before the game, Bob, the difficulty of making this adjustment to indoor soccer. Chanov coming out off his line to try and clear a ball with his head. There he goes, outside the area, leaves himself wide open for the shot in the back of the net. Ladouceur, the Haitian player, he's actually a marathon runner. And watch Chanov all the way out of the goal as a falling player. Hits it with his left foot. And we have a change in goal for Dynamo Kiev. Chanov with an excellent night, getting a rousing ovation from this crowd.
Yes, sir. He is replaced by Mikhail Mikhailov, 6'1", 169, 26 years old. He's been with this team for 5 years. And he's going to have to be pretty tough to equal the task of that young man. 33 seconds the time of that goal. Ladouceur from Katakalitis. 4-2 San Diego. In front. And it's knocked away by Zoltan Toth and company. He's got it again.
Oh, Blokin with one of the few mistakes he's made all night. Not passing, instead shooting.
Empty net. But Julie Kvi can't convert it. San Diego playing the transition game. Here's Brian Quinn. Up front again, and V can't poke it home. Oh, right across the goal line. Kevin Crow looked up and it went right by his hip. Handball. A minute 22, and what's shaping up is a very weird fourth period.
Up and down. Branko Segota trying to trap a ball and streak through the midfield. Call for the handball.
Andre Ball fails to clear. Brian Quinn with a bad ball in midfield for Ivan Yaremchuk. Top of the slot. Right side. And it's knocked away as Blokin tried to get it to him. Back the other way, Brian Quinn. He's got Segota. First time, and he hit it wide. Rod Hermes on goal, and Mikhailov equal to that one. Steve Jungle. Or Segota. Defensive play by Kuznetsov. Segota back in the corner, double team, down hard. Oh, and he was put into the boards hard by Alexander Zavorov. Who says the Soviets can't use those boards?
Well, new goalkeeper coming into the game. The bombs start flying. Branko, Steve Jungle trying to hit it from the outside to test the new keeper.
It'll be a goal kick, and we'll take a timeout. 12:51 remaining in the game. The San Diego Sockers have the only second half goals and lead it 4-2.
The NHL and ESPN, a dream team come true for the best hockey action on television. We'll go coast to coast with live, exclusive Sunday night coverage of the NHL's best teams and brightest stars, plus special bonus games throughout the season. Our NHL lineup showcases the All-Star Game and more Stanley Cup playoff games than ever before. Gretzky, Bork, Bossy, and Beck headline a roster of explosive skaters heading your way. The NHL, Sunday nights on ESPN. Check it out.
Goal kick for Dynamo Kiev. Shots 22 apiece, Shep. In the fourth quarter, Dynamo Kiev 14-6 in those shots.
Oh, very even stats on the graphic. However, San Diego taking control of the game on the field.
Well, if you take away the 2 mistakes, it might still be 2-2. Here's another one. Jacques Ladouceur. Another goal.
Oh, is he happy. In the right place at the right time, and the execution was beautiful. Here it comes from Clavijo into Jungle. Jungle turns, has 2 players, hits it with the back of his heel to a wide open player. Jacques, number 16, smacks it in. Here, watch the back heel pass from Steve Jungle with the back of his right foot. Steps over the ball, clicks it back, and beats 2 defenders with the pass. Now watch the execution. A diving goalkeeper, the outside of the right foot into the upper corner.
What a great setup by Steve Jungle. Jungle all over the scoring charts tonight now. 2 goals and 2 assists. Out of their 5, he's had a hand in 4 of them, and it's 5-2 Sockers, 12-10 remaining. Fighting for it, left wing boards, Mikhalichenko against Brian Schmetzer. All the way back to Zoltan Toth, who's had a relatively easy second half.
Now San Diego doing what they do so well, playing with a lead, playing ball possession, making players attack.
Look at Jungle in between 2 players. Back heel for Namdar, and it's cleared away by Anatoly Demianenko. Kevin Crow at his own red line. This one is all San Diego right now. Namdar. Here's Jungle. Cut off there by Igor Belanov. Katakalidis left side for Kevin Crow. Belanov watching him. Toth right side. George Katakalidis. I have a feeling the Sockers are just having a little fun out there, Shep.
Well, they're trying to open things up.
They do for Quinn, but Mikhailov gets there first. There's the midfield, picked up there by Alexander Zavarov. 3-on-2. Shooting, deflected, rebound. Zavarov in the corner. Kevin Crow wrapped his long leg around him and kicked it away. Zavarov 5'7", 152, and Kevin Crow 6'1", 175. And a foul there on the little guy on Bronco Segota. Katakalidis up over the top, left wing for Quinn. Headed out by Igor Belanov. Quinn double teamed on the boards. Belanov trying to receive it there, gets it from behind from Vasily Rotz. Looking to center for Blokin, and taken away and cleared by Chacha Namdar.
San Diego stamping their name all over this game, taking total control of the midfield. I think a tiring Dynamo Kiev back on their heels.
Down the right wing, centered by Willowitz across the goal line. That ball hit the top of the boards where it meets the glass and took a crazy hop on Mikhailov, who had problems with it. Here's Wad Hermes. Man open, right wing. Adi Coker, here's Ruotolo, shot! Oh, big save by Mikhailov as Coker did a great job to get that shot on goal as it came quickly off the boards.
Adi Coker had a great opportunity. Mikhailov came out and made a good save.
2-on-1. Net, empty net. Zoltan Toth way out to cut the angle, and he clears it away. Nicely done. Coker open again, but Mikhailov makes this play. Here comes Blokin. That'll be out of bounds off Blokin, I believe. Nope, they're going to say it hit the San Diego player. And we'll have a kick in for Dynamo Kiev down deep in the left wing with 9:01 remaining in the game. Tonight, by the way, the first time they're using the new Missile indoor soccer ball, which is made by Spalding. And better than 10,000 folks here tonight. Almost 11,000, in fact, on a great night of indoor soccer at the San Diego Sports Arena. There's your score with 9:01 remaining in this one. San Diego, 3 unanswered goals since halftime, including 2 in less than a 2-minute span here in the fourth quarter. In front, Ruatomo comes away with it. There's been some interesting conversations, Shep, around the league about the liveliness of the ball this year. And they will be switching to a new Spalding ball pretty soon. And I think some of the ball handlers who are having trouble with the bouncy ball they're using now will like that move a little better.
Well, everybody has a different opinion. I know the forwards want a ball that they can really control and yet wind up and crack it with a lot of velocity. I know a goalkeeper would like a huge ball that's like a pillow.
Yeah, right.
Everybody has their own opinion. I'm sure the MISL has finally come up with the best one.
Ladouceur again for Segota in for Jungle. They got it packed in too tight. Interception for Brian Schmetzer in midfield. Jacques Ladouceur looking for the hat trick. Segota for Jungle. Schmetzer. Still with it. Jungle in front. And he would look for Schmetzer on the post. I have the feeling that Steve would have about 4 or 5 tonight if he was a little more aggressive in his shooting. He's been laying the ball off to a lot of people.
Well, Steve is heavily wrapped on his left thigh. His left foot is his favorite shooting leg. Perhaps he's trying to dish that ball off to pick up the assist instead of cracking it on goal.
He has 2 of each tonight, so you can't argue with those results. 7.5 minutes remaining now. Soviets unable to mount any kind of offense here in the second half. They've really been paralyzed by San Diego's possession.
I think that's exactly right, Bob. They're a bit scared of going forward now. San Diego has been so brilliant creating opportunities that Dynamo Kiev at this point in the game really sitting back and trying to counterattack. That's difficult to do when you're losing 5-2.
Right wing corner for Oleg Blokin in the air, out of control is George Katakalidis, and he puts it up over the glass. It'll be a corner kick for Dynamo Kiev. Actually, a foul was called because Katakalidis was off his feet and a dangerous play called. So we have a timeout with 7:06. The officials will call one. And we've got San Diego leading 5-2 as we'll take a pause for you as well. Hope you're enjoying the action tonight at the Soccer Summit from the San Diego Sports Arena. The best of the USA on top at this point.
The key to your trucking needs is Schmidt GMC, North Hill's largest truck dealer. Whether your need is an economical Schmidt GMC family pickup, an aerodynamically styled Bronny Schmidt GMC diesel tractor, or anything in between, Schmidt GMC means the best deal in trucks. Trade your car or truck now at North Hill's largest truck dealer, Schmidt GMC, Route 8, Glenshaw.
You're watching cable television. Imagine the thousands of others who are watching and listening to this message. If you have a business, you could be reaching these people effectively yet inexpensively with Cable AdNet. Cable AdNet provides the opportunity to advertise on a variety of cable networks, and we offer full commercial production at prices you won't believe. Even if you've never advertised on television before, you can now. Call us and discover how you can profit with Cable AdNet.
The Stars and Stripes are flying proudly here in San Diego tonight. And now the soccer fans are getting into it with the wave. I wonder if the Soviet players have ever seen this.
I think they've seen a number of things tonight that they've never seen before, never even dreamt of before. They're being shocked in the stands and on the field.
Centering play on the free kick taken away. Gene Wilrich for San Diego with Chacha Namdar. And a steal for Ivan Yaremchuk. Number 9 is Alexander Zavodov. Right side, Yaremchuk against Gene Wilrich. San Diego with 4 men behind the ball. Soviets now get their 4th man involved in the attack. Oleg Kuznetsov, number 4. It'll be easy for Julie V. 3-on-2. Now 4-on-3. Left side, Katakalidis, Mikhailov at his feet, and he knocked it away. Here we go, 2-on-1, back the other way. In on goal, and a trip from behind, and play on, they say, as Branko Segota took down Zavarov, who's glaring at referee Toros Kabrichin.
Oh, Branko coming all the way back. I thought it was a clean tackle. Now Addy Coker.
Oh, and it's beyond the reach of Segota, right at the post. Ulrich, or rather Quinn, keeps it in play. Segota, Ryan Quinn in front. No, it won't go. Just wide. 2-on-1, back the other way. Here comes Oleg Blokin. Shooting, and Zoltan Toth with a big save. Belanov can't get the rebound. You get the feeling if the Soviets would have scored right there, Shep, they might have been able to get back in this game, but now they've been thwarted 2 times down the floor. In front, Jungle. Raffaele Ruotolo, the youngster from Steve Jungle, who set him up beautifully.
And that young boy is crying out there. He's so happy. Look at him. Oh, it's got to be the biggest moment in his life. Here it comes from Steve Jungle. He's been trying to do it all night. Draw the defense, make the perfect shot. And now the shot is slotted by the goalkeeper. No chance at all. And what a moment for that young boy, brought up in Italy.
Born in Brooklyn. He's only 19 years old, and he's on the board. So are the Sockers again. They lead it by 4 as the Soccer Summit starts to wind down.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
Well, the faces of the Soviets pretty well tell the story. At least indoors, they've been outclassed here tonight by the best of the MISL. 6-2, San Diego with 5:20 remaining. Ruotolo down the right side. His mom and dad own a pizza place here in town called Ruotolo's. And they'll be throwing some dough tonight in celebration of that goal by their youngster.
I'm going to go down there and get a pizza. Those people are going to be hopping tonight. A great goal for the young man.
Hey, I bet you they're buying, too. Yaremchuk on the left side. Blokin misfiring. Andre Ball knocked away by Zoltan Toth. Blokin again. Ball. Yes! What a great goal. Woo! That was Yevtushenko scoring on a wonderful feed by Andre Ball.
And they earned that goal. They worked for that goal. They pushed it around. Zoltan Toth made a first big save. Dynamo Kiev kept working. Blokin splitting the defense down into the corner. Now Zoli comes out and commits. It's the right play, but he's burnt. Sitting there at the far post, he has no chance. And here it is, created by Blokin by splitting the defense to a free player in the corner. Now that's one-touch soccer. Zoltan dives out, the ball slotted back, and it's in the back of the net.
Vadim Yevtushenko, the speediest member of this squad, getting inside that post. And a great assist by Andre Ball at 6-3. Shot on goal, Jacques Ladouceur, easy save for Mikhailov. And here's Yevtushenko back the other way. Well, you never know. Here's Andre Ball in front. Look out anytime this guy gets the ball. Oleg Blokin against Ladouceur. Ripping one and almost snuck in. And in front, setting a screen nicely, was Yevtushenko.
Whoa, they're learning the game now. Blokin with a nice shot. That ball almost trickling in. Zoli recovering.
Here's Julie V. I'll tell you what, you give these guys about a month, and they'd be challenging San Diego, Baltimore, and Minnesota at the top of the league by the time April would arrive, I guarantee you. Uh-oh. That's got to be 2 minutes as Fernando Clavillo grabbed Ivan Yaremchuk. So now, with 3:49 left in the game, we see our first power play of the night coming up.
And here it is. Clavillo, no chance at all, grabbing the left arm. If he had been in his Porsche, it would have been no problem, but he was beaten on the play, taking the 2-minute penalty. Now we'll see Dynamo Kiev go to the power play.
He would have gotten a ticket for obstructing traffic. 2 minutes for holding at 11-11. Well, they get a goal here. I wonder if they know they can pull their goalie. Surely they know that from soccer, or from hockey, rather. Shot wide off the foot of Demianenko. This is Yevtushenko on the power play. Left side for Demianenko. On top, Kuznetsov. Straight ahead. Yaremchuk. Interestingly enough, Blokeem is not on the power play team.
I really don't think they know what positions to take or what they're supposed to be doing on the power play. They have 3 players up top, nobody down low, and Blokeem not on the field.
Right side, they release a man. Zavodov. Ooh, it's just time. Getting it back is Yevtushenko. Yaremchuk shooting. Asking for a handball, they were. 2-on-1. They didn't get back. Here comes Nabdar with Brian Quinn. Quinn tries to boot it back down for Schmetzer. He's got it. Clears it off for Quinn. Now the Sockers will waste some time. They call their penalties killing squad here the no-goal patrol. Hey, Shep, we didn't talk about the way the Soviets warmed up before the game. That was pretty interesting.
I expected Bob to see them come out very disciplined, organized, doing stretching, drills. Instead, really one of the most creative warm-ups I've seen any team in soccer do. I don't know if it helped them tonight, but it was very interesting to watch.
They put one ball out there, just played some 5-on-5.
San Diego is giving them a clinic tonight.
Right side, look out! It's across the goal mouth from Demianenko with 2:10 remaining. 20 seconds left in the Soviet power play. Left side, Kuznetsov. Shot right through from Yevtushenko. And Zoli, the goalie, was there to make the save as Ron Newman looks on with his assistant, Johan Arnio. Jungle losing it. Down off the boards, easily controlled by Zoltan Top. The penalty is over. Teams are back at even strength. 1:45 remaining. Clavijo. Jungle. Quinn. And Mikhailov cutting in front. Looks like a rugby scrum along the boards. Who's going to come away with it? Oleg Blokeem. 2-on-1. Schmetzer back. Right side. Yes! Yevtushenko. And it's 6-4 with 1:19 remaining.
Oh, and it could be too little too late, but this team is explosive. Created by confusion along the boards. All of a sudden, Blokeem pounces on the ball. One defender back for San Diego. Blokeem splits that defender. No chance at all for a diving Zoltan Toth. Here comes the finish. The leading goal scorer for this Dynamo Kiev team cracks it full force with an instep past Zoltan Toth.
Vadim Yevtushenko from Oleg Blokeem at 13:41. 2-goal game. 1:10 remaining. And the mistakes have made the big difference now. Transition. Left side. Alexei Mikhailichenko in front. Here's Blokeem again. He's looking dangerous every time he touches it. 1 minute left in the game. Here comes Sagoda. Whoops. He goes over Blokeem. Play on, they say. That looked like a slow motion replay of a hip check. Here's Mikhailichenko. Switches it right side. Onto it. There is Yaremchuk. Top of the slot. Ooh, he just couldn't get that one more step he needed to let it fly. 30 seconds remaining. Well, we saw a pretty good show here tonight, I think. Oh, look at that decoy. Damianenko. Clavijo took it away. This one is over with 20 seconds remaining. Will we get another score? Sagoda looking for Clavijo.
Both teams should be proud of their performance. There's no doubt. San Diego put on an indoor soccer clinic. Dynamo Kiev, nothing to be ashamed about. Really undermanned and outplayed.
5 seconds left. That'll do it. San Diego wins it 6-4. So Dynamo Kiev comes to the US of A. and comes away with a 6-4 loss, as the Sockers were very impressive. Steve Jungle, the big man on the scoring charts tonight, with 2 goals and 2 assists. The Sockers have a tough weekend coming up, Shep. They're at Cleveland on Friday, and then we'll see them at San Diego, rather at Kansas City, a Saturday game that you'll see on ESPN Sunday afternoon. The Shep and I return for some final words from San Diego in a moment. The home team victorious.
McDonald's new McDLT could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever.
Cool, crisp LT in perfect harmony. So you taste the hot, you taste the cool, the way it's supposed to be. It's a good time for the great day.
And that was just your first bite.
Of McDonald's.
It's everything you want to know about the Major Indoor Soccer League. For indoor soccer fans, the MISL Media Guide is the ideal ticket and way to follow the league. It includes team rosters, facts and statistics on each team's players, top scorers and goalkeepers throughout the league's history, and a wealth of information about everyone who ever played in the league. All this plus player and action photos for just $8. To get the guide, send a check to MISL Guide, 425 North Michigan Avenue, Chicago, 60611.
Shep Messing, it was an evening of fun indoors.
We saw some very skillful soccer, and Coach Ron Newman has talked about a possible rematch in the Soviet Union next year.
Boy, that would be wonderful. Hey, big guy, nice job again tonight. We'll see you in Kansas City. There's your score. The Sockers win at 6-4. We'd like to thank our producer, Tom Williamson, our director, Brian Sipe, and for Shep Messing, Bob Carpenter. So long from San Diego. This special edition of MISL Soccer has been brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. And by McDonald's. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. The MISL is a joint production of Anheuser-Busch Sports Productions through the facilities of ESPN.
Standby tape A, cue and out.
Sports Look, the show that goes beyond the scores and headlines of the sports world. Sports Look lets you meet the biggest names, the cover stories. Off the field, one-to-one, they're relaxed, revealing, and candid. The host of Sports Look, Roy Firestone, award-winning journalist, named in Sports Illustrated the best interviewer in the business. With Stu Black, the investigative reporter with accurate information. Howard Rosenberg, winner of a Pulitzer Prize for his television and media coverage. Alan Rothenberg, covering the legal and economic aspects of the sports world. Sports Look is brought to you by Mazda, makers of the new generation RX-7, the 626, the 323, and the B2000 trucks. The more you look, the more you like Mazda value. Your Sports Look host, Roy Firestone.
A veritable winter wonderland of sorts on Sports Look today. First, we'll be joined by the award-winning producer and cinematographer Warren Miller, who has brought with us some breathtaking footage from the latest effort of his, Steep and Deep. It's a 90-minute journey down the mountains with the greatest skiers in the world. Warren will also tell us how Martina Navratilova fared in her film debut as a skier. She is featured in that film. Later, Robert Rieger on the danger of the downhill. Robert will recount the terrifying moments he has witnessed on the downhill slope. Then Alan Rothenberg follows later. There's a terrifying scandal at Texas A&M. The fifth school from the Southwest Conference to be involved in some sort of controversy in the last couple of years. Why Texas? Well, Alan gets deep in the heart of the matter. And then Ted Green, he's got a progress report on the NBA rookies, who are the early season busts and the big surprises. Ted will tell us who is who. But first, here is Warren Miller. The one word that you constantly use, and when you do a lot of these interviews promoting these films, and yet I know it's a word of passion for you, is freedom. It is the essence of the skier. You think it's the reason people are attracted. Certainly it's the reason you're attracted to the downhill skiing.
Well, it has been ever since I was born here in Hollywood. It sounds like a buzzword, but if you really analyze freedom, you know, the Pilgrims went to Plymouth Rock, and then they went down through Kentucky, and as each town got crowded, they moved farther and farther west. And we talked before the show about the first time you went skiing, And you can remember that first day and the freedom you enjoyed. You went over towards that tree, you figured you were going to turn, and you didn't. Maybe you missed
I know
the
that
tree.
too well, Warren.
Exactly. And whether you're Phil Mayer going 72 miles an hour down a downhill, you're on the fine edge of, can you extend that freedom any further? If you're a little child, age 3, you're going 2 miles an hour and jumping 1.5 inches in the air and scaring the heck out of your mother.
Isn't it an addictive feeling, do you think, skiing?
If you recognize, I think that if you recognize this freedom thing, you can find freedom anywhere you want. For me, it has been in skiing all over the world.
We're going to take a look at some film clips, and they really are remarkable, folks, from Steep and Deep. And you're going to take it away because you know these film best of all. You take it from here.
This isn't the Sugar Bowl in Northern California where a normal year they'll get 500 inches of snow. This is Scott Schmidt. He's working his way through medical school as a patient.